Welcome, friends. There have been many different iterations and versions of this circle that I have hosted over all of the years that I've done this work, actually. Dreams was one of the original subjects that I incorporated when I was in my late 20s as the original set of offerings that I did, that I shared with people, and also that I figured out how to share with people first. And the reason is because dreams had played to that point and still today, but definitely in my earlier life had played a significant role in my life, both around my healing, my personal healing that needed to happen, as well as the teaching aspects of dreaming, meaning like the dream world trying to teach me something that I needed. Also, though, having teachers speak to me through dreams, very literally, as well as more metaphorically in a dreamlike way. And so they have always been an important part of the personal work that I do, as well as what I share with other people. And that is a time when you can turn your attention towards your dreaming self or your dream teachers or your dream world. It's different for everyone. There might be a dream that has been persistent and maybe even confusing that that you would like to go back into or call up and approach in some way for more information. That might be this time for you. It might be that a dream has come in the past that still is with you for a good, challenging, or confusing reason. That might be what wants to happen. The drum itself, the repetitive sound, is very helpful for us to open up our dreaming mind while we are awake. The trance of the rhythm lulls our waking mind and drops our brainwaves down closer to where we are when we dream. And so it really is an excellent way to part that veil, to open that portal, even a crack, to be able to have some kind of engagement with that part of yourself, as well as the web of life that comes through in a dream. It might also be a time for you to offer some gratitude. I do understand that for some, all the time or at certain times, dreams are challenging. Dreams are not helpful in a way that you would like to think of them as being helpful. So if that is where you're at with your dream world, then know that you can stay a distance back and look from afar in your inner world with your imagination, with your dreaming mind. You don't have to go into any dream. This is up to you and your allies and teachers about how for you to stay comfortable, and to know that you can ask questions. You can say, what the F, like, why does this dream keep coming to me? You can express emotion. You can ask for a release or a clearing or a healing for something that's real in your life. You could call on help. So let's say if there's a dream that has been confusing or challenging, you might decide to use this time with the drum as an opportunity to ask for help in dealing with it. Who knows who might come, what form they might be, and what their message or guidance might be. My request is that you focus on what does seem to happen, because sometimes we put our attention on the negative. We're trained to do that by culture. So you might think, well, all that happened was blank. My request is that you refrain or try not to do that. Because what that does is it puts the emphasis on some form of disappointment or less than, discounting energy. Whereas the only thing I saw might be an amazingly important nugget for you, that if you disregard it, you disregard that message. So focus on what does happen. And even things you don't understand or don't know what they mean doesn't mean they don't have value. Sometimes people disregard lights or color or some kind of energy, something that you sense, maybe that you don't see. Now, all I saw was this. All I felt was that. When something does seem to come into your sphere of awareness, I would encourage you to, from your heart, reach out to it. Hello, welcome. Do you have a message for me? What can I do to strengthen our relationship? There's lots of questions, right? Even beyond a hello, like this greeting. So you could practice that. Even something that you have been taught isn't alive or a being like you. It might be different. Even a blade of grass, you don't know. In a dream, anything could be something other than what it seems, and everything is potentially helpful. Also know that you can rework things that have happened in dreams in the past. You can decide to do it differently. That might be your power this time. So this is an opportunity for you to make a conscious connection with this part of yourself, because this part of you is vitally important to your well-being. So let's start. So first is where you are. Comfortable position, whether you're sitting, laying down, you might even want to stand. You could be in any position that feels good. You could change your position if once you get into it, you want to change. That's totally fine. Also note the light. If there's a lot of light in the room, maybe you could put something over your eyes, or maybe you could lower the light so that it might be a little more like where you, the times when you dream. There might also be some aspect of that your body might feel like it wants to go to sleep, to drift, to nod off. Maybe you're tired. And if you're tired, maybe what this time is a time to rest and drift and float and not have to do anything hard. And if that's what this time is for you, take that as a win. Okay, so that is important. It's not nothing. So when the drum starts, I would encourage you to turn your attention inward. All day we have our attention going out. And so to consciously feel like you're flipping it and you're turning your attention inward. And then breathe. And then what is your intention? What do you need right now? Really, I mean, truly, what is important for you? And then when you feel like you've breathed a few times and you're settled, if there's any nervousness or what about or uh-ohs, just let that part of you just sit off to the side. Tell it you'll be fine. And then state your intention. What is your intention? And do you need help? Who do you have an ally that you want to call on? If you do, you can at this point. If you don't know, you could say, who is ready to help me with this? And where do I need to begin this journey? You might have a typical place that you begin, and you might not, or it might be a very different place than your usual place. So I would also suggest you asking, where do I need to begin this journey? And then just notice what starts to happen. Follow it. Also know that you can intend something, you can request something, you can ask for help, you can ask a question. And then the drum will go for, in linear minutes, about 14 minutes. It might seem really short or really long. And I would just offer to stick with it the entire time if you can. Hopefully you're in a place where you're not going to be startled, and just let yourself sink into it. And also know that the drum beats themselves are allies. They can help you, and you can call upon them to be there for you, to help you. So that might be helpful. Okay, so then after about 14 minutes, then the callback will happen. It will stop. There'll be a bit more. That's called a callback. And that's the time to offer gratitude for whatever did occur, and then to begin to bring your attention back to where your body is. You might want to write some things down. It does help you remember. There's been so many journeys. I just cannot believe I forgot them until years later I found that I wrote them down and I completely forgot them. So you might want to write something down, or you might want to kind of pull what did happen down into you so to help you remember. So this is your time, and there's really no way to fail. So don't worry about that, about whether you're doing it right. This is your world, and trust that you'll get something from it. So in the silence after the drum, notice what you feel in your body as your attention comes fully back to your body. Maybe notice even one thing that you could offer gratitude for. There might be something that you want to write down or think about for a moment. I hope that something helpful came for you. And something to remember is that your dreaming mind is with you all the time, both when you are awake and asleep and in between. So it's not something really that is turned off and on. It is running in the background all the time during the day, and then it pops into the foreground at night. And so this is a part of your operating system that you can be in an evolving and enhancing relationship all the time. It doesn't take any intermediaries or guides or teachers, and it's all yours. And the more that you learn how to flow with the energy of your dream world and dream teachers, I think it helps a lot with other aspects of your spirituality and your intuition and your maneuvering through your life. So thank you for joining me, and I look forward to journeying with you again. If you want to find out more, weboflifeanimist.com.